Hello and welcome to another Salty Sunday. Coral reefs always bring back memories of diving in distant seas, vivid bursts of colour, the bubbling and crackling of life all around, little fish darting in and out of coral branches, and the occasional shark gliding along the edge of the drop-off. Sadly, too many reefs today are nothing like that. They've become ghostly white, stripped of life, looking like underwater graveyards. You've probably seen the term coral bleaching in the news recently, but what does that actually mean and why is it happening? What we call coral is actually a colony of hundreds or thousands of tiny animals called polyps. Each soft-bodied polyp slowly builds a protective exoskeleton of calcium carbonate, creating the structure we see as coral. Inside this structure live microscopic algae called zooxanthellae, which give corals their beautiful colours. These algae photosynthesize, producing energy that they share with the coral polyps in exchange for shelter from predators. This symbiotic relationship benefits both, but it also means coral can only survive in warm, shallow waters where sunlight reaches them. When corals become stressed, most often from high water temperatures, they expel their algae. Without the algae, the coral loses both its main food source and its vibrant colours, revealing its white skeleton. The coral is still alive but weakened. If stressful conditions last only a short while, corals can recover, but prolonged stress means starvation and eventual death. Once dead, their skeletons become fragile, break down into rubble, and are taken over by other organisms. The main culprit is ocean warming. Just 1 to 2 degrees Celsius above a reef's normal summer maximum for a few weeks can trigger bleaching. Due to climate change, these temperature extremes are becoming more frequent and longer lasting. Since January 2023, NOAA's satellite monitoring has recorded bleaching level heat stress across the Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans, affecting 83.9% of the world's coral reefs. Mass bleaching has been documented in at least 83 countries and territories, making this the largest bleaching event ever recorded. One of the most famous coral ecosystems, the Great Barrier Reef, stretches for over 2,300 kilometres and is visible from space. Scientists from the Australian Institute of Marine Science have just reported that between August 2024 and May 2025, the reef experienced its most widespread and severe bleaching event on record, with temperatures 1 degree Celsius to 2.5 degrees Celsius above normal. This marks the 6th mass bleaching since 2016. While warming seas are the primary cause of bleaching, other threats make corals even more vulnerable by placing additional stress on them. For example, ocean acidification, which is caused by excess carbon dioxide, reduces the availability of carbonate ions needed to build and maintain their coral skeletons. This in turn makes them less resilient to temperature stress and more prone to bleaching. Pollution also plays a role in stressing coral. Runoff from farms and cities carries fertilizers, sediments and toxins. Excess nutrients have the potential to cause algal blooms that smother corals, and some chemicals in sunscreens damage coral DNA. Coral reefs are biodiversity hotspots, home to thousands of species, from clownfish to apex predators like the white-tip reef shark. They provide shelter, breeding grounds, and food for marine life. Without them, entire ecosystems collapse, food webs break down, and many species face extinction. Reefs also protect human communities by acting as natural breakwaters against storms, support fisheries that feed millions, and generate income through tourism. If we want to save these extraordinary ecosystems, we need to act now. Bleached coral can recover if stressed conditions ease, but full restoration can take 10 to 15 years. We can all do something to help. We can support reef conservation groups such as the Coral Reef Alliance or the World Wildlife Fund, which are working tirelessly to monitor and protect coral reefs. There are also restoration projects around the world that are using a variety of methods to restore this ecosystem. Ultimately, what is needed for long-term coral reef survival is for us as a species to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and keep global warming to a minimum. And we can all play a part in doing this. Coral reefs are extraordinary ecosystems, and saving them will require global action. If we act now, we can ensure that future generations still see reefs not as underwater graveyards, but as vibrant, living cities of the sea. If you have enjoyed this video, then please like, subscribe, and share with your like-minded friends.